Hello friend, welcome to the second video of Google Classroom. In the previous video, we have already seen how to make use of a Google Classroom for creation of a class. We have seen the steps, how to create a class and how you can use this particular class for further operation that we are going to watch under this particular video. So in the second part, we'll try to see how we can be able to add student or co-teachers within the particular Google Classroom. So this is my again login page. Okay, as I have already logged in into my Gmail, so I just don't need to log in. Otherwise, if you have not logged in, so you have to again logged in into your Gmail account. So I'll straight away move on to the Google Classroom. So I'll click on this Google Classroom. So these are the classrooms which I have already created, which are visible over here. So under this particular, this is the classroom which we have just now created, and that is the SGBAU FDP. So I'll click on this particular classroom. Okay. Now, suppose any modification needs to be performed into the name, so you can make that particular by using click on this setting option. So I'll click on this setting option. So again, I am going to get the same option, class details. Okay, so I am going to add few details over here, just like it is a 2020. So I'll try to add 2020 and I'll do the changes there. So these updations getting done into my class. After creating this particular class, I'm going to show you what are the different options you have under this Google Classroom. So we have mainly four options available. One is a stream, another is a class, people, and grade. So in the further lectures, we are going to see details regarding the classwork, stream, and all. But at this moment of time, we'll click on the particular option, and that is a people. So I'll click on the particular people. So as we have just now created a particular class, nobody is there. Just like no students are available in my particular class. As far as students are concerned, we have zero student at moment available in my particular class. As far as teacher is concerned, myself, as I have created the class, I will be in the role of a teacher. So idea is that we have two different types of peoples available in a classroom. One is a teacher, another one is a student. And at this moment of time, I was having only one particular person present in my particular classroom, and that is a teacher. Okay, so myself, Rajesh Goyal. Okay, now suppose you have to invite your student. So there are two ways for calling a particular student to be added into the classroom. One is you can click on this particular icon. The moment I'll place my cursor over there, it is showing me something, and that is invite student. So one way is to invite a particular student by the name, by the email. Okay, so idea is that if you have emails of all the particular students in your class, so what you can be able to make, you can be able to just type the mail address of that particular student and you can be able to invite. But again, I'd like to say it is a laborious work. Okay, I am not suggesting you to type the email address of each and every student and then click on an invite. Just like suppose I'll try to type over here something as SGBAU something, suppose Kubra Gadesh, this is the particular email address, and I'll try to invite him as a student. So it is a laborious task. What I'm trying to say, if you have all the email addresses of the students are available, still then, okay, don't try to choose this particular option, because in this particular case, this invitation goes to the student, and whenever the student will open the particular mail and he will click on accept, so at that moment of time the student will appear in your class. So again, I'd like to say this is not a better option available. So what is the another option? So again, we'll go into the main part of the main page or first page of your particular Google Classroom. Under that particular, you have something, and that is the class code. Okay, so this is the most important part we have. So what you have to make, you have to note down somewhere this particular class code. So after creating a class, whenever you close in your class, so at that moment of time, you have to note out that particular class code, whatever is being available, and this class code you have to circulate among the student. Now, okay, if you have created any type of messaging like WhatsApp or any other particular option, so by using this particular feature, you can be able to circulate this code among the student. Of course, if classes are there, just like at this moment of time, no classes are there. Okay, all the classes are online. So idea is that the only way to send this particular code will be by using any of the particular messaging type of service like WhatsApp, okay, or Telegram. So idea is that what I am going to make, I am going to copy this particular code over here. Now as I have copied the particular code, now I will ask any particular student to join in my particular class. So just like again I'd like to say we'll go in into the Google Classroom. So at this moment of time you can see over here 0 students are present in my particular class. So what I am going to make, I am going to ask any particular student to join. So at this moment of time what I have made, I have created another account, and through that account I am trying to log in. Okay, now anybody might ask, sir, is it possible for me to join it from this particular class? So if I'll try to join it by this way, it's like join class, control V, I have, and I'll say to join over here. Okay, so it is directly giving you a message. Okay, it is not a valid, as you are itself acting as a teacher in this particular class, so you are not being allowed to join as a student. So you are not being allowed. So what I am going to make, I am going to join as a student by using some another account. So I'll try to log in through that particular account. So this is another account. Okay, and again I have logged in into my particular Google Classroom. Okay, after login I'll click on the particular Google Classroom. Okay, and directly the classroom is itself available in my particular account. So idea is that in this particular class you can see create or join your first class. Okay, as in this particular account I just don't have a single classroom already created. So what it is showing me, it is showing me it is your first classroom, so please either create or join. So of course I am at this particular moment of time I am in a role of a student. So what I am going to make, I am clicking on this particular icon. Okay, rather than create, now I am clicking on a join. Again this will be the role of a student. Okay, just like I already mentioned in the very first video that I am going to specify you both the parts. That means what is the role of a student and what is the role of a teacher, both the things I am going to explain in this particular lecture. So in this particular login I am acting as a student, so I will click on a join class. Okay, again whenever you have to join you have to enter the particular code. So I will try to paste the particular code which I have already copied, and I will click on join. Okay, so you can see over here all the particular things are present. Now one most important difference you might come across at this moment of time, in the previous login whenever we have logged in as a teacher we have 4 options available over here at the top: stream, classwork, people. In addition to that there is something grade. That grade column is missing, or grade tab is missing for a student. That means student could not be able to see the grades whatever are being assigned by the teacher to them. Okay, so this way a student is getting added. Okay, again what I am going to make, I am going to again logged in as a teacher. Okay, okay, so you can see in place of a 0 student now 1 student is placed over here. Okay, so 1 student, you could be able to see in SGBAU FDP we have 1 student available, and we'll try to click on this particular one. Okay, so under the people you can see, okay, your teacher is there and 1 student Saad Bhoy. Okay, so he is a particular student which is available over here. So in this way any number of students can be getting added. So again I like to say, to add a student the simplest way will be to circulate the code whatever you have got at the time of creation of a particular class. Okay, now once this particular process is available, once this process has been completed, the next very important task, again you can invite teachers also. Okay, now this question is very frequently asked in a Google Classroom sessions, is what are the maximum number of student which you can be able to add into a Google Classroom. So the total number was 1000. That means of course from among the 1000 one is a teacher. That means in all I can be able to add 999 students can be added into a particular classroom. Okay, similarly the most important thing, okay, what about the teachers? Can a single teacher is going to handle that 999 number of students? So answer is no. Okay, you can add 20 teachers, but the moment the number of teachers will be something 20, of course your student will be reduced to 980. That means in a simple, what I am trying to say is student and teacher in all cannot exceed more than that of 1000. Okay, so now we'll try to see how it is possible for us to invite a teacher. Okay, so I'll click on invite teacher. Okay, again please don't use the same code for a co-teacher. I am calling it as a co-teacher. Okay, so idea is that co-teacher means a particular teacher who is going to assist you. Okay, so what you have to make, you have to type the email address of that particular one. Okay, so I'll try to make it SGBAU. Unfortunately, it is not being available. Okay, so what I am going to make, I am choosing this particular one, Khobragade SGBU. Okay, and I'll try to click on invite. So idea is that you have to invite the teachers. Don't use the code already generated for the teachers. It is not meant for the teachers, it is for the student. Okay, so suppose any teacher is trying to log in or trying to join using that particular code, so at that moment of time he is not being joined as a co-teacher, he is being joined in your class as a student. Okay, so this is the simplest way, and I'll click on an invite. The moment I'll click on an invite, you can see a teacher. Under the teachers, now there are two teachers available, Rajesh Boyer, RN Khobragade. Okay, so it is another particular teacher, and at this moment of time the status was something invited. That means I have invited at this moment of time this particular teacher. Okay, now of course a mail goes to this particular teacher, and whenever he will accept my request to act as a co-teacher in my class, then only his name will appear over here. Otherwise you could be able to see the difference between two names, Rajesh Boyer and RN Khobragade. It is something grade. Okay, the reason for that is at this moment of time my invitation is pending. Okay, he has not accepted my invitation. So idea is that this way it is possible for you to invite any of the particular teacher in your class. Okay, now as far as this particular way is concerned, it is possible for you to invite any number of teachers. Just like I'd like to say 20 number of teachers you can be able to invite. And what is the benefit of that? If you have co-teachers available in your class, so by making the use of that particular co-teachers, you can be able to take a help of these particular teachers while making an evaluation of something like assignments or any type of task you have given to the particular student. Okay, so this way it is possible for me to add any particular student or teacher into a Google Classroom. Okay, so I hope you have got an idea how we can be able to add teachers and students into your class. In the next video we'll try to see how it is possible for us to get the most key component of any particular Google Classroom, and that is a classwork. Okay, so the most important part of a classwork, how you can be able to add any type of classwork into a Google Classroom, that we'll try to see in our next lecture. Okay, so thank you very much.